Hi there. So, I have a new package of games from Japan, but this is not from Sendico or Bai. This is from my friend David Wallace, who lives in Otsukadai in Miyazaki Prefecture. And Mr. David Wallace also, he teaches English in Japan, I believe. I think that he does. But he also is a video game nerd and enjoys selling retro video games to nerds such as myself. So this was sent to me by Japan Post EMS, and my friend Katie got me a box cutter, so I will actually not have to use scissors quite for everything. So it's not a surprise because I ordered this stuff, but it's we shall see. I've not been able to get Famicom, not the gun. I wasn't able to get the gun yet because that's hard. Mr. Dave told me that he basically doesn't want to risk his his visa because they it's apparently very difficult to import or export gun-shaped video game controllers these days from Japan. All right, opened up. Paper. Okay, so I have games and a bit of hardware. I will save the bit of hardware for last, because there it is. And he sent me some delicious Famicom games. Okay, first, a little indie game you might have heard of, Pac-Man. This is the Namcot, not Namco, Namcot Pac-Man. This is a version that did not come out for the Actually, I don't know. Let's see if the NES version, but I know we got a Tengen Pac-Man. I don't know if the official Namco one came out, but Pac-Man by Namcot. Tower of Daruga. This is an incredibly influential game made by Namcot. And this is adorable. On the back there's a sticker saying that they checked the battery, I believe, or it says that it was checked okay by the game store in Japan, which is something by Wanpaku Wanpaku Kozo. Check. But Tower of Daruga, very influential game, not well known in the West. So I've always wanted a copy. Tower of Daruga. More Namco goodness. Burger Time. The classic video game where you make burgers and squash various food villains. Namcot. If you notice trend. Sort of been trying to collect video games based on that I've seen about or by publisher. So here's one that I wanted. Antarctic Adventure. This is a Konami game starring the sort of a racer by a cartoon penguin racing across Antarctica. And the Famicom version of Elevator Action by Taito. I always loved Elevator Action. I love the NES version of it. The Famicom version is just look how cute that is. Also a fan of Konami games. Another Konami game that I wanted, Tiny Toon Adventures. I just love me Konami games. I love games that were sort of made for the American market, but made by really good Japanese developers. I guess I'll put this next to my copy of Bucky O'Hare. By the way, I am wearing my I'm a nurse. I'm wearing my Legends of Zelda scrub tops that my mom made for me. One of a kind. Also included is Binary Land. This is an actually really cool puzzle game where you control not one but two penguins made by Hudson, and you have to try and get them through a maze and get them to the exit at the same time. So one, if you move to the right, the other one moves to the left, and so you have to try and coordinate and get them two together at the end. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. I've always loved the NES game, and so it makes sense to want to get the Famicom version. This one shakes a little bit. And 3D World, I believe it's the American version is called 3D World Hero, where you play oh, look, my cat. You play a guy running through a 3D space, and that might come factor into the hardware. And finally, Layla. Layla is a sci-fi maze action game. Did not get brought to the U.S. I believe it is influenced by The Dirty Pair. I love The Dirty Pair, and I believe the developers tried to make an official Dirty Pair game, but that's my cat again, probably couldn't get the license. That's right, Cat Kitty. I doubt they were able to get the Dirty Pair license, but this is heavily influenced by The Dirty Pair. Okay, and if I could get my cat out of the way, finally, 2 pieces of Nintendo hardware. The Famicom 3D system. This is a 3D glass. Nintendo has been experimenting with 3D hardware for a very, very long time. And I believe this is a series of liquid crystal displays that sort of combines the two images to make a 3D image. So it only works on a CRT TV. I have a CRT TV. I've actually 3 actually. And so I'm going to be enjoying some Famicom 3D games. And it uses the adapter right here that you hook up through the Famicom expansion port. And this is what the Famicom 3D system adapter looks like. You plug it into the front. You can have your additional controller in the front. And then this plugged into one of the 3D scopes. And my cat wants the twist tie that's there. And it works with 3D World Hero. Not many games use this, except for 3D World Heroes did, and Highway Star, which were brought to the U.S. as Rad Racer. And so now when it was brought to the U.S., they had an inferior form of 3D using the glasses, using red and green, but not the actual liquid shutter technology. So this is Nintendo making a 3D... Oh, and I got a cat in a box making 3D glasses in, 1986, 87? Probably, I think. So I can't wait to try this out. And I have a cat in the way. All right, so have a good one. I have another box of goodies, and my cat really wants to get in the box that the games just came out of. Oh, there's a twist tie that came in the glasses, which he really wants, so cat-like behavior. Cat doing cat-like behavior. So I got Famicom 3D glasses system, 3D system, Layla by Hudson Soft. No, it's not by Hudson Soft, by DB Soft. Never brought to the U.S. 3D World Heroes, Double Dragon 2, Binary Land, Elevator Action, Tiny Toon Adventures, Antarctic Adventure, Burger Time, Tower of Daruga, Pac-Man. All right, have a good one. I have another box of goodies coming from Sendico. No, Bye. And yeah, very exciting. I love collecting Famicom games.